Well, I'll start by saying thank you, everybody, for your patience and your tolerance. Normally, we would be having this type of event down in our community room downstairs, but we are occupied down there too, so it's going to be cramped quarters today, and I'll try to use my outside voice to make sure you can hear me okay. But for those I haven't had opportunity to meet, my name is James Stewart. It's my privilege to be your sheriff in Anoka County, and I just want to say thank you all for coming here today. As you look around the room, great family support. We certainly appreciate that from the internal side and from the external side. All the staff that are here also shows great support for these type of events. And so for the family and staff, thank you for being here. It certainly is appreciated. Welcome to today's ceremony. Today we're going to be promoting Lieutenant Shelley Orlando to Commander and swearing in Deputies Michael Arthur and Peter Grover. Promotional and swearing-in ceremonies are an exciting time for any organization, and the Anoka County Sheriff's Office is no exception. These moments represent our continuing forward momentum. We bring in our newest members to carry the torch to future generations, while promotions also allow us to select those that will lead us there. I want to thank you for coming to this event. As I've said, it does mean a great deal to us that you are all here. As you enter outside of the building, you might have noticed a monument off to the right side. That monument is a tribute to those who have come before us and those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our citizens. The other thing to note is that as one figure looks to the past, another figure looks to the horizon as they anticipate what is to come and what the future holds. I'd like to pause real quick and acknowledge retired Chief Deputy Lonnie Payne, who's in the room, who had an instrumental part in the design of that monument. So thank you for that. Today we also make a specific statement about what the future holds for the Sheriff's Office as we appoint these members in their new roles. New members hold the key to the future of our office, our organization, and bring the anticipation from the past into some new life, into some new perspective. Anyone offered a position within the Anoka County Sheriff's Office should be proud of their accomplishments, as we have a proud history and a tradition of excellence since 1857. Those keeping track, it was, staff? Thank you. The year before the state was a state. Any new members that have been selected have been hand-chosen to carry on that tradition of excellence. It's a huge responsibility, and we, all the members of the Anoka County Sheriff's Office, trust that you will take that responsibility seriously. Trust is critical, both internally and externally. The Anoka County Sheriff's Office mission statement: to protect and serve the community in a manner that preserves the public trust. We recognize the value of trust. We recognize our roles as ambassadors in the community, and we cherish the trust that the public has placed in us. The Anoka County Sheriff's Office is a complex and multifaceted agency. We provide countywide services to all 21 communities of Anoka County. Specialty roles and specialty services like the dive and rescue, canine, SWAT, and recreational enforcement, just to name a few. Divisional assignments unique to a sheriff's office, like civil process, administrative assignments, jail, court security, our criminal investigative division, our crime scene unit, law enforcement training, warrants, and forensics, including our unique regional Tri-County Forensics Laboratory, which, by the way, just this past week went live with DNA, so congratulations to that team. Our patrol division is the exclusive law enforcement providers for 8 of the 21 communities of Anoka County. Without further ado, we'll dive into the meat and potatoes of today. I'll have Shelley Orlando come forward, please. Shelley Orlando, badge 209. I was reminded at how long I've known Shelley. I've been working on this home project where I've been going through a bunch of old photo albums and trying to convert them to digital. So I've been scanning a bunch of photos, and in doing so I came across some old photos from our former life working together at the Rosedale Center Public Safety Department many years ago. And in fact, if I can get some help with the AV stuff, I have some pictures of Shelley. I'm kidding. I know better. Okay. We'll focus today only on the Anoka County Sheriff's Office history because Shelley's been with us for so long, and that's a much appreciated endeavor that she's been on. So, employment with the Anoka County Sheriff's Office, June 20th of 1994, became a deputy and started the same date as, is Drew here? No, Drew? All right, as Detective Straczynski. November 1998, promoted to sergeant. November of 2004, sworn in as a detective. May of 2008, promoted to lieutenant, returning to the patrol division. And October of 2013, promoted to commander in our Justice Services Division. During the year 2012, she was also acting commander for the patrol division, while our Commander Helwig was at the FBI National Academy. In 2011, she became responsible for the oversight of the dive team and the honor guard operations, in addition to her regular assignments. In 2011, with the reduction of one lieutenant in the patrol division due to some restructuring, she also took on additional responsibilities and assisted with the transition of a new division commander. She's been completing her master's degree and will have that completed in December at the University of St. Thomas, so congratulations on that as well. Some of Shelley's attributes: strong in criminal procedures, supervises sergeants and patrol investigators and holds them to high standards, oversees division grants, effectively solves potential problems, great work ethic, has been an excellent liaison for the city of East Bethel. For our contract cities that we provide the law enforcement services for, all the different members of our command staff are acting as liaisons, or basically as their local police chief, and that's the capacity. When I say liaison for the city, that's what that represents. And involved in many extra roles as an ambassador for the Anoka County Sheriff's Office out in the community. Some quotes from other staff. Can't use that one. Always produces top-notch work. Continues to work hard at being better in whatever her assigned position demands. Doesn't hesitate to take action when needed. And these are some of the reasons that Shelley has arrived up in front of you here today. And without further ado, I'll ask if there's anybody you'd like to introduce that you have here today.
I have my in-laws, Doug and Linda Cooper, in the front row taping. My husband, Derek Askin, my daughter, Carissa, and my son, Logan, behind him. And then my sister, Lisa, and her husband, Gary, and my nephew, James.
Excellent. Well, welcome. All right, ready?
Yes.
I, Michelle Orlando,
I, Michelle Orlando,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
upon oath
upon oath
that I will support the constitutions
that I will support the constitutions
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Minnesota,
and of the state of Minnesota.
and will faithfully discharge the duties
I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of commander
of the office of commander
of the Anoka County Sheriff's Office
of the Anoka County Sheriff's
to
Office
the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Who would you like to do the honor?
Chris and Logan. This will be an exercise.
I'm told cold water is the best remedy for the blood on the white shirt. It's already open, so be careful. Good job. We'll have Chief Deputy Wells put on her new collar brass. New clusters. Yeah. The cluster is a symbol that's borrowed from the military. It's not representative of what she's going into.
Not as much as getting the badge.
Commander Michelle Orlando. Next, we'll be swearing in two new deputies, Mike Arthur and Peter Grover. And I'm going to first ask Commander Helwig to come up and kind of talk about the Patrol Division, which represents the roles and responsibilities that these gentlemen are choosing to accept. Talk a little bit maybe about their field training program and some of the specialty roles that might be available to them in their new adventure. Commander Helwig.
Thank you, Sheriff. Mike and Peter's first initial assignment here at the office will be in our Patrol Division. The Patrol Division currently provides patrol and initial response services for nearly 80,000 people, covering 8 communities in Anoka County, which covers 270 square miles, so you've got a lot of geography to learn. Hope you're good with your maps. The division is currently staffed by over 70 full-time licensed deputies and supervisors and handles over 30,000 calls for service annually. At our busiest times, we have over 20 squads out taking calls. Patrol Division is also the home to the Sheriff's Office Dive and SWAT Team, K-9 Unit, Honor Guard, and Recreational Enforcement. And as far as additional future opportunities, the sky's almost the limit. It's what you put your heart towards and start working for from day one. Some of those opportunities include instructing in use of force, firearms, taser, as you guys are going to learn later this week. Chemical munitions, which you learned yesterday, I saw that. Emergency driving, and that's just in the instructing field. Investigator positions at the deputy ranks in patrol investigations, narcotics, and fraud prevention. Field training officer, you'll get very familiar with that program as well over the coming months. And school resource officer, just to name a few. Additionally, the division is staffed by an administrative assistant. I don't think Debbie's here. She's down staffing a window. Crime prevention coordinator. Laura, are you in here? Yeah, right there. Laura's here. Community service officers, which Mike is joining us from this rank, and several of your partners are back there to see you today. Reserve unit, Explorer Post, Chaplain program. A lot of people make up the division that you're going to be joining here. To the family, today is not just a day we give them a badge and a gun and give them the keys and say go do it. Their field training program will take them about 4 months. Right now they're scheduled to be on their own somewhere around the end of January, and you look outside and see how nice it is today. That sure seems a long ways off, but we're going to do everything in our power to get them ready to take care of themselves when they get out there. We're not going to put them out on their own until they're ready. They're part of our family now, and all of our field training officers are committed to doing the best for them, having them ready so that they're fully capable of taking care of themselves when they're out there. So we won't let them go to the wolves until they're ready to deal with them. So a little on our division.
Mike, why don't you join me up front, please? First in the hot seat. Wasn't quite as hot for the commander. She's been up here a few times in the past. So. Michael Arthur, deputy badge number, I'm hoping this one's right, 292. I have it in front of me. Yes, that is right. Some quick background and overview. Not for you, more for our staff. I bet you know where you've been. Education 2008 through 2012, Century College, and went to skills at Hennepin Technical College. Most recent employment activities, January 2013 to present, Allina Health at Unity Hospital as a security officer. March 2012 through present at IPC International as a security officer. And June 2009 through present at the Anoka County Sheriff's Office as a community service officer. So I'm guessing, but juggling those 3 things, you're keeping plenty busy. So going into the field training program will be a piece of cake. You'll only have one thing to focus on now. Among others, he's also been an apprentice electrician for 4 years. He has been in sales of energy drinks. Boy, I know some of the deputies will be looking for some contacts that you might have still have there. He's been a lifeguard and a swim instructor. Hopefully that won't become a resource for you in the course of your role as a deputy, but it has in the past with other people. So, and also Allina Lakes Police Reserve for nearly a year. So without further ado, would you like to introduce anybody you have here today?
Hi, my wife Lisa, my son Frank, my mom and dad, my brother and sister, and my wife's parents, Fritz and Sharon.
Well, thank you all very much for coming. We certainly do appreciate it. You ready?
Yep.
Not too late. Don't change your mind. All right. Got the badge. Repeat after me. I, Michael Arthur,
I, Michael Arthur,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
upon oath
upon oath
that I will support the constitutions
that I will support the constitutions
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Minnesota.
and of the state of Minnesota.
I will faithfully discharge the duties
And I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of deputy
of the office of Deputy
of Anoka County, Minnesota,
of Anoka County, Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Heck yeah. Just have mom hold it like that and you give it a twist.
I think I might need a little assistance. Here, I'll just be, I'll pretend that I'm healthy. We'll get it.
It always looks easier than it is. And it's always easier on the hanger when it's in front of you at home, but
Yeah, that's cool.
pretty cool. Congratulations, Deputy Mike Arthur. Thank you. Peter Grover, next in the hot seat. Badge number 293. Good news, Mike. That's the smell of seniority. Quick background overview and some education. 1999 to 2001, Anoka Technical College got his AAS degree in golf grounds management. Once again, I'm guessing there's some people in the room who will love to know some of your contacts. So, 2006 to 2007, North Hennepin Community College in law enforcement degree. And in 2008, Minneapolis Community and Technical, where you got your skills training. Most recent employment and activities, April 2002 through January 2010, Kate Haven Golf Course as an assistant superintendent, and February 2010 through present at Sherburne County as a transport deputy and licensed correctional officer. And I've heard great things from Sheriff Brock, so we're excited to have you on board. Took a little flack from him on Saturday about taking you, and that's okay. We're going to be just fine with that. Would you like to introduce anybody you have here today?
I have my wife standing right there, and my two kids, Eden, sitting with the camera, and Liam right there. My mother and father-in-law, Bob and Sherry, and my mom and dad are here, Karen and Dawson, and also my friend Scott, which I don't, there he is back there.
A little displaced. They'll take good care of you. Well, welcome everyone. Again, we do appreciate you taking the time to be here today. Are you ready?
Ready?
All right. If you repeat after me. I'm Peter Grover.
I, Peter Grover,
Do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
upon oath
upon oath
that I will support the constitutions
that I will support the constitutions
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Minnesota.
and the state of Minnesota.
And I will faithfully discharge the duties
I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Deputy Sheriff
of the office of Deputy Sheriff
of Anoka County, Minnesota,
Anoka County, Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I feel a little bit honored. I think he's actually put me on the spot to see if I can make it look any easier, but he said to go ahead and do it. So, all right. Wish me luck. Told you it looked easier. Congratulations. Well, each of these candidates brings a solid background and experience that will benefit their divisions and our office as a whole, and ultimately will also benefit the citizens that we all proudly serve. They've each demonstrated a commitment to excellence that will serve them well into the future at the Anoka County Sheriff's Office. However, today is a new day. Yesterday's war stories no longer matter. Your FTOs will remind you of that if you forget. And today, each of you, in all of the roles, will get a chance to start proving yourself all over again. And we know that you're up for the challenge. To your families, we thank you for coming to support them today. We thank you for supporting them through the years of their careers, in some cases behind them, in some cases before them, all cases before them. We thank you for being understanding when Shelley may have seemed, and Michael and Peter may become, unbearable after a day of dealing with things that most people would rather not think actually happen in our civilized society. We thank you for encouraging them to lead our future with honor and a commitment to duty and service above self. And we thank you for all that you do to help them to be their best. Thank you to the families. To our team members being sworn in today, do not forget the sacrifice of those that came before you to blaze the trail for each of us. Do not forget the pride you felt on the first day you ever pinned on this badge and raised your right hand as you took your oath. That feeling should remain in your heart each time you put on your shield. Do not take this day lightly. There was an amazing pool of talent to choose from, and you should be very proud of your accomplishments and your selection. Do not take your challenges home at night. Your families deserve to have you at your best. Do not become content or complacent, because our staff, your partners, deserve better than that. And do not become cynical, because that is where failure takes root. Do, however, become the leader that you wish you had had all along. Do think creatively to find better, more efficient ways to do things, and then share your ideas with us. We all want to keep getting better. This is Anoka County, so do accept that not every purchase is possible. But do keep your wish list handy for someday, because if it's on our list, we'll continue to work towards it. Do remain fair and consistent while remaining focused on our mission. And do ask yourself routinely, am I making this place better than it was before I was put in this position? And do remember why you were granted this position and what you had hoped to accomplish if given this opportunity. Do reach higher and do dream bigger. Today, as we begin the next leg in our journey together, I ask that you commit to give your best, serve with a kind heart, lead with honor and integrity, and never forget the oath that you just swore before our citizens. This will conclude our ceremony. We do have some documents to sign, some photo opportunities if anybody hasn't had opportunity. Anyone who may have wanted a tour, I think those might have been covered, but if you want tours, certainly we'll make those available for family and anyone who hasn't seen the facility prior to this. Thank you all again very much for coming, and let's take a minute and congratulate all of our new promotions and appointees.